2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. Luke Elvey here alongside my mate in the booth. As always, Rich Beam. And Rich, are we at one of your favourite places on earth, the Riviera Country Club?
This is heaven on earth to me, Luke. If I could play one golf course for the rest of my life, this would most likely be it.
Couldn't agree with you more. A spectacular property, but starts in a benign fashion, this par 5 to get underway.
Tee box sits well above the fairway, straight away, not much to it. Most players taking less than driver, trying to get it all the way out to the end of the fairway, which is some 300 yards or so away. From there, second shot has to fly that deep bunker in front of that green. And literally, you find the center of this green 4 days, and you're going to make birdie 3 out of those 4 days.
Can't wait to see what unfolds. This shot coming from around 220 yards. Going with the hybrid. This one's going right at the pin here. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
This is on a great line.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Oh, nice looking putt. And that's for birdie. Well holed.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Okay, as we move along, it's Tony Finau in the lead as we turn our attention to the next hole. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Big chance here. Oh, that's absolutely perfect. And that will move her to 7 under. And what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
Well, this one's going right at the flag. Oh, that's a great shot. It sets up a wonderful birdie look here at the second. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
That's a good putt to make that one. That's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here. Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Oh, terrific approach and a chance for birdie here at the third. Currently at 3 under for the event. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. Well, that's well played and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th. Well, that was some fancy shot making there. Let's recap it.
Those always come in handy. Completely unexpected, but welcome nonetheless.
And back to the course with the live action. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
It's tracking. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Oh, well done. Another birdie opportunity coming up for this player.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
This one is all over it.
Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th. This putt is about 8 feet.
Yep, tracking well.
Let's check in with Lydia Ko from earlier.
This was her 3rd.
Well, that was a beauty, right out of the top draw. Nicely played. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Opting for the 5-iron. Great looking shot this. Ooh, just skinned the hole, that one. Putting for birdie. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 6 under. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Nailed it. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Time for the second shot here at the 7th.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Oh, you beauty, an eagle. That'll help make a big move. Well, that's certainly worth another look. Let's have a walk down memory lane.
Well, Luke, I think he's found his distance.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Oh, right by the hole. A great shot here at the 8th and a chance for birdie. Just a short putt remaining here. Currently 9 under for the event. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. That's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Well, this one's right at the pin. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Well, that's well played and a chance for birdie here at the 9th.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 10th.
If that's the right pace, this should rock. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. All right, as we head for home at the Riviera Country Club, is there a hole that's talked about more than the short par 4 10th?
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left portion of this green. That's the most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flag stick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is
Oh, what a grandstand finish. Knocking it in the hole on 18. Golf clap. Time for the second shot at the 10th. That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And currently leading this tournament is Tony Finau. Lovely playing. That's nicely done. Time for the second shot at the 11th. Opting for the 3-wood. This one might need to get down a little. Oh my. Well, that's an unlucky break. That one was right at it. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, that's incredible. He sold it.
That was sensational, Luke.
He's currently tied for 7th. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par fours, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
And now we head to the 17th, and this happened just a moment ago.
Look at the shot that this player possesses. I gotta say, from that spot, that's exactly what they were trying to do.
Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Reach the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
And playing this one from around 120 yards out. Currently 4 shots off the pace.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Another fine-looking strike, this one. It'll find the green.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Going with the 6-iron here. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. What a shot. He's holed it.
I gotta say, Luke, hole-in-ones are rare, but getting to watch one on TV, yes!
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Let's move 1 step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4, although if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. And they've done it. Hold another shot from way out.
Can't believe this, Luke. Again today, simply absurd. What did this guy do this morning?
That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
He's currently sitting in third.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th. This putt to move into a share of second place. Yes, they've made it. And that finds him in a share of second.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Five wins so far this season. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Oh, that's a lengthy putt. Well holed.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Just one off the lead after that hole. The finishing hole at Riviera, famous for so many exciting finales in tournament history. Rich, take us through the tee shot and approach.
Tee shot up the hill. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.